this is Jason. Hey, this is Jason with Coffee Crafters, and today I just want to go over some brief troubleshooting steps if your Hermetheus Copilot Pro is not working correctly. So there are three issues that we might run into: power, USB connectivity, and then possibly a setting in Artisan. So I've got the Copilot out of this Valenta 3 just for the purposes of the video, but what I'm showing you, you do not have to remove the Copilot. The first thing I want to show is that there are diagnostic LED indicators on each side of the main power jack, and they have different purposes. So this green power LED means that you have 6 volts of power going to it. So that's the very first thing to check. Do you have a green light that's on? And if you don't have a green light that's on, then we might simply have a bad power supply. You could also check and make sure that your power outlet in the Valenta has power. So for instance, you could just plug your power supply into an extension cord, a different wall outlet, and just see if you can get a green light on this. But we would want to make sure that you have power going to the Copilot. So that's the first thing that we check. The next thing that we want to check is for USB connectivity. Now, right here on the other side of that power jack should be a blue USB LED. Now, I just unplugged it and you heard my computer do the little Windows jingle. If I plug this in, Windows recognizes this and we get a brief blue light, but that blue light is going to go out. So that's just the initial handshake that the Copilot is doing with the computer. If we come back to Artisan, you won't expect to see a blue LED until you hit the on button in Artisan. So I just hit the on button in Artisan, and now this blue LED indicator indicates that I have connectivity with Artisan. Artisan itself sees the Copilot, and that blue light indicates that. So with Artisan on, if you're not seeing a blue LED, it could be something as simple as a bad USB cable. And that's the first thing we'd check. If you still can't get that blue LED indicator and you've tried swapping out the USB cable, we might have to dig into something specific with your computer. Viruses, a conflicting software, antivirus software, things of that nature. But it at least helps us troubleshoot if we're dealing with a USB connectivity issue. And then the last thing, if you have both a green power light and a blue power light, if you have the specific issue where the Copilot is not applying heat when you start a roast, there is something that I've seen a few times within Artisan software itself. It's actually unrelated to the Copilot. It's just a glitch that has happened to maybe half a dozen different people within Artisan. If you click the control button in Artisan, it'll bring up your PID control screen. And what we're specifically looking at is this value right here. It's called mode, and it should be set to background. And what that means is the Copilot is following the background curve of your roast profile. But on, like half a dozen different users, we've seen that set to manual for some reason. So when they closed down Artisan, it defaulted back to the manual setting. And essentially, that means Copilot is not going to be controlling anything. It's for manual control. So the fix in that case is just to change that to background mode. And then your heat should work from there. So those are kind of the three common things that we've seen. Lack of power for whatever reason, no USB connection, and that little setting in Artisan. So if you have any issues with the Copilot Pro, just give those three things a look. And if you still run into problems after that, give us a call and we can take it from there.